But there's a 5 module program, and given that yes, I'm known in my city. Okay, I'm known with the people that I've coached and trained and everything of that nature. And as they've suggested, getting it out there in the public. And listen, I'm the type of guy that's going to do my homework. I'm the type of guy that's going to deliver value. I under promise and over deliver. And where does that come from? Well, that comes from my training as through Peaks Potential and Success Resources, and being trained by some of the greatest people in personal development empowerment, namely Michael Silvers, who's now with Bill Walsh Group. He's the type of guy that developed different modules that were not only would people would learn from, that would be current, but also for the future, right? So he's brilliant in that aspect on there, and I'm most grateful to him and having that opportunity with him. So through him, I was able to become a professional, certified, highly trained life coach, mentor, trainer, NLP practitioner, mastermind facilitator, trained in public speaking, and have an expertise in enhanced skill communication. So you're getting a combination from me. You're getting not only experience in school, not only the formal education, not only what I learned in life that it takes to succeed, but you also gain that from me. So, and because of that, like I said, I'm putting this together. Like I said, I'm not that well known yet. It's starting to happen. I know in
Right?
the
A lot
United
of yes,
States,
there's a lot of excitement growing.
yeah, a lot of excitement. I've piqued some interest in some very influential people out there, and but while this is happening, so we decided that instead of coming out with the full program, the full masterclass program, there's 4 different tiers, and each tier has more value in it. So tier one is $10,000 on there, and it's over the weekend. Then there's a tier two is 25,000. That's when there's people that really want to, let's say, develop a business or have an idea or want to do something of value to society. This is where we kick in, get into the meat, bolts and nuts and bolts about that and develop that. Then there's the $50,000 one that kicks in the esoteric side of life. For those that want to know and understand just how beneficial that is to somebody's life. And then for the elite, or those that are very wealthy, that demand the absolute discretion, absolute security, everything of that nature, then the tier four has the between 100,000 and 250,000. We're talking about sessions that would be held in very secluded private places. It could be like in the Swiss Alps or things of that nature,
Elite.
and very 8 to 12 people that would be there. No cell phones would be there. There's no, if they want to take pictures amongst themselves, that's okay, but nothing, so that they have that absolute privacy on there. So you have all that, and but to let people get a taste of what I and Maggz is all about, and other members of the team that are out there on there, we're introducing Module One. Module one is how to excel and thrive in school, well, to excel in school, and it's to get the straight A's, which I guarantee. Okay, it's very systematic, very process oriented. You do this, you do this, you do this, and if you're not getting those straight A's, no problem. What you do is you retake the course with me, no charge at all, and then we go through a system by make sure that you do it. You'll be assigned somebody that could either be from my support staff, or it could be somebody that's volunteered, a student, to be able to connect with you and make sure that the accountability is there in order to get that done. And if it's not done, okay, here, for whatever reason, here's your money back, and that's it, right? So just that module itself typically is $49.97 on there. And but because, well, Maggie will explain this. She came up with this 3B session kind of promotion on there, and
Yes, our 3B vibes,
yeah,
right? It's about your birthday, it's about the bounty, and it's about Black Friday, right? Because we're going to be celebrating your birthday basically for the rest of the year. So there are going to be other great celebrations like Thanksgiving and Black Friday coming up. So we thought we could do the 3B offer basically,
yeah, and the
which I
3B
think is
all,
fabulous.
yeah,
It's fabulous
and
because even though we're offering the program at a privileged rate, the the value hasn't been diluted, you're still getting like $10,000, $5,000 worth of value for 24.97 or 19.97, actually even better.
Yeah, 24.97, and just to encourage people to the first adopters and those that to what's the word now, it'll come to me. But for the first 25 people that sign up, all right, instead of being 24.97, you're getting it 19.97. It's a drop in the bucket compared to the 40, 50,000 a year or the quarter million that you're going to spend, that your parents are going to spend putting it through school. So,
Exactly.
right. So again, the word escapes me, but you know what I mean. It says not to encourage, but to reward. Sorry, those. All right, that the first 25 people, 1997. The next 25 people will be 22.97, and the remainder are 24.97. Now, seats are extremely limited. I'm doing this either live. It's going to be live in Toronto for those that want to come to Toronto. It's going to be live there, and it's going to be live streamed from the same location. Right, so you're going to have these huge monitors out there, so we'll be able to see it through like a Zoom kind of thing. It's going to be totally interactive, and I have a surprise for people. The person or the people that contribute most to the event, you'll get a nice surprise after that. Okay, it could be a financial reward, or it could be a reward with some sort of electronic product, for instance, or a discount to a future event or whatever. So you go for sure. All right, that's there. So seats are
Well, and that's
extremely.
even in addition to, like, I'm sure most of the audience are just very intrigued about the program alone. Like that alone is really, I mean, listen, my school days, not my learning, I still learn, but my school days are like back in the dinosaur era. It's been a long time. But this sort of coaching, this sort of program would have been critical to my quality of life. And so I think a lot of people out there are definitely intrigued about the program itself and how they can apply these skills for the better quality of their lives. That alone, and then on top of it, yes, you have some perks for in-person attendance, but the program alone to me is worth the price of admission.
So thank you for that. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought over here. So yeah, as I was saying, oh yes, yes. Currently, it's at $5,000, or 49.97 as the price is. That's only to December 31st. After From January 1st and on, that price is going to go up. It's going to go up substantially. We haven't figured out yet if it's going to be 7,500, 10,000. We don't know yet where it's going to be, but it's going to go on. As I mentioned,
Right.
seating is extremely limited. It's 100 seats, and
Yeah, we're
it's
capping
one,
it. It's capped
yeah,
at 100.
capped at 100 seating, and it's only once a month. Right? I'm busy on the corporate side. I'm busy privately. There's other sessions. There are other things that are happening in my life, and I just don't have the time that I'd like to have to be able to do this. So I want to make sure I deliver. My value is like 1,000%, not
Absolutely.
100%.
Yes,
Right?
exactly. That you are 100% present with the attendants, with the registrants, with the participants, with the attendees, with the guests in that moment. That's what it's about, making sure that you are giving your 100% to those to the attendees in on that one day a month.
Right? And it's
Yeah.
slated now for
Love that.
Saturday, November 1st. It's going to be an all-day event, right? Opt in, opt out. It's up to you, right, on there. So it starts off. What it is that I do an introduction, right? I'll talk about why it's 15 hours a week of school that's going on, and and other aspects that are there. Then I'll go into like how to take notes. Right? It's very important how to take notes on there. I strongly suggest you have at least a couple of different colors of writing instruments on there. And I strongly suggest that you, instead of getting a book of notes where you could put in like a whole book of it, get loose leaf papers, individual sheets of paper, right? So take how to take notes, all right? Then what we'll do is I'll show you a video, play you a video on something, and where you're going to actually do the notes, take the notes on there,
Mm,
right? So you'll do it. That will be a 15, 20-minute video simulating kind of like a lecture,
like,
right?
right.
Okay, and you'll take those notes there, right? So that you could apply them, because all my sessions are interactive. There's not like a professor or teacher sitting standing in front of the class and just is pulling things out there, and just, it's not going to be one way. It's two ways with me, right? So and you're going to take your notes, okay, on there. And then once that's done, you're going to email them to us, okay? We're going to review them. There's going to be a break for a couple hours while we review them, go have your lunch and everything of that nature. You can talk amongst yourselves, whatever, if you're in a group, right? And then we come back, all right? And that way I'll be able to see, okay, if I've got the message through to you. Here's understanding on your part. I want to make sure that you fully understand, right, how to take notes. Because that's,
See, and this is so important so that people can understand that learning these skills, you don't need to wait for 3 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year to see the results. You can see the benefits of Don's program the same day.
right. Okay, then once you're back for lunch and I have a chance to review them and everything of that nature, you got the Q&A stuff, and then we'll go into the processing units, right? So, as we mentioned before, 720 pages, 1,000 pages, could be more up to that, 3,000 pages for that young lady that's doing her career and stuff like that.
For
How do
film,
you,
for
yeah,
film studies, yes.
hey, for those that are old enough to remember telephone books, like these huge things, these volumes. How do you deal with that, right? So, like learning how to process the notes, you'll learn how to deal with them. Then go over to study, right? How to study on that, the frequency, and you'll see by this, okay, that it'll be a change. It'll be an instant change. You'll relax because now you know how to tackle these things. All right?
Amazing. They're going to be relaxed, but also probably energized, right? They'll be energized and
Right.
excited.
Right. So as I said, the first one will be November 1st, and then there's going to be another one in December, and that's it for this year. Prices then go up the next year, and again, once a month. If I could do more than that, I'll certainly give it a shot. If the demand is there, demand will be there, right, for that. So I'll have to think about how to organize myself in such a way that I'm able to deliver the value there. So I like to do this live as opposed to recording on there. So this is one of the things that limits the seats on there. I want to deliver the value
But the
for sure.
benefit is that it can be done virtually, which is I love the immediacy of that. But of
Right.
course, there's also the option for in person as well.